Chosen ones, what I'm about to reveal may surprise you, even leave you speechless. If you're here watching this right now, it's no coincidence. You've been guided here by divine forces because a powerful shift is unfolding in your life. God has gifted you eternal youth, forever young in spirit, body, and soul. That's right. What once overwhelmed and haunted you is now bending to your will. This isn't just about looking younger or feeling energized. It's a profound spiritual and energetic awakening. As one of God's chosen ones, you're stepping into a new season where His light shines so brightly through you that it radiates outward, transforming everything it touches. The renewal of your body, mind, and spirit is a reflection of God's work in your life. Before we dive into this life-changing message, I want you to pause for a moment and do three things. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment with the number 77. This number holds a unique spiritual vibration, amplifying the energy of this message and your journey of transformation. And remember, if you are truly one of the chosen, you'll feel compelled to stay until the very end. Your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. Those who aren't ready may not make it through, but for those who do, this could change your life forever. Let's begin. The first sign is radiant glow of divine presence. Chosen ones, there's something undeniable happening within you right now. The first sign of this divine transformation is the radiant glow of God's presence. Have you noticed how people are drawn to you lately? Even if they can't quite articulate why. They might say things like, "You look different," or "You're glowing," but what they're really noticing isn't just a physical change. It's the light of God radiating through you. This glow is not something you can manufacture. It's a supernatural reflection of His presence in your life. Think back to Exodus 34, verse 29, when Moses descended from Mount Sinai after spending time in God's presence. His face shone so brightly that people couldn't even look at Him without feeling the power of that light. That same glow is now shining through you. It's not because of anything you've done outwardly. It's the result of God's transformative work within you. Those who doubted you, dismissed you, or thought your time had passed, are starting to notice. And here's the thing, they can't help but see it. Your glow is impossible to ignore because it's a direct reflection of God's favor. This glow isn't just about appearance. It's about energy, confidence, and a deep spiritual alignment. Imagine walking into a room, and without saying a word, the atmosphere shifts. People feel your presence before you even speak. They sense the peace, joy, and power that radiate from you. This is the essence of God's light working through you. It's not limited to your physical body. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and even the way you handle challenges. This radiance is a testimony, a beacon that points to the transformative power of God in your life. But let's address something important. This glow doesn't come without its challenges. While many will be inspired by your light, others will be unsettled by it. Light has a way of exposing darkness, and not everyone is ready to face what your presence reveals. Some may try to dismiss you, undermine you, or even project their insecurities onto you. But remember, their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your mission is to let your light shine, regardless of how others react. In Matthew 5, verses 14 to 16, Jesus tells us, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Your glow isn't just about you. It's about glorifying God. Every time someone notices a light within you, it's an opportunity to point them back to Him. Let's explore this further with a real-world example. Imagine a seed planted deep in the soil. For a long time, it remains hidden, surrounded by darkness. But as it grows, it begins to push through the soil, reaching for the sunlight. When it finally emerges, it blooms into something beautiful, something that can't be ignored. That's what's happening in your life right now. For years, you may have felt buried, unseen, or overlooked. But God has been nurturing you, preparing you for this moment. Now, your light is breaking through, and the world can't help but notice. They may have written you off, assuming you'd stay in the shadows. But now, they're seeing the truth. God's light within you is undeniable, and it's transforming everything it touches. Your glow isn't just a testament to what God has done. It's a glimpse of what He's about to do. This is only the beginning. It's important to recognize that this glow also comes with responsibility. God didn't place His light within you for it to be hidden. You're called to share it, to let it shine in every corner of your life. This doesn't mean you have to preach from a pulpit or shout your testimony from the rooftops. Sometimes, your light speaks louder through your actions than your words. It's in the way you treat others, the way you persevere through trials, and the way you reflect God's love in all that you do. Let's reflect on how this plays out in everyday life. Have you noticed that people are drawn to you for advice or encouragement? Perhaps they're confiding in you more, even people you barely know. This isn't random. It's because they sense the light within you. Your glow has a magnetic quality, pulling people toward you who need what God has placed in you. And while this can feel overwhelming at times, it's also a confirmation of your calling. God is using you as a vessel to bring hope, healing, and inspiration to others. But what about the moments when the glow feels dim? Chosen ones, it's normal to have days when you don't feel as radiant. This doesn't mean God's light has left you. Think of a cloudy day. The sun is still shining, even if it's hidden from view. In the same way, God's light within you is constant, even when life's challenges try to obscure it. During these moments, lean into Him. Pray, reflect, and remember that His strength is made perfect in your weakness. As you continue on this journey, let your glow serve as a reminder of God's faithfulness. It's proof that He's working in you and through you, even when you can't see the full picture. Comment glow if you've experienced this divine radiance in your life. And as we transition to the next sign, we'll explore how this transformation extends beyond your appearance, touching every aspect of your energy, vitality, and purpose. Stay tuned. There's so much more to uncover. The second sign is youthful renewal and vitality. Chosen ones, have you noticed a shift in your energy? Perhaps you're waking up feeling lighter, more refreshed, and ready to take on the day with a sense of joy you haven't felt in a long time. This isn't a coincidence. It's a divine renewal of youth and vitality that God is pouring into your life. Isaiah 40 verse 31 promises, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint." This scripture isn't just a promise. It's a reality you're stepping into right now. This renewal goes far beyond the physical. Yes, you may notice that your body feels stronger, your energy levels are higher, or even that your appearance seems more youthful. But this transformation starts deep within your spirit. God is aligning every part of your being, spirit, mind, and body, with His eternal purpose. It's as if He's pressing the reset button on your life, allowing you to shed the weight of past struggles, fears, and limitations. What once drained you no longer has the same power. Instead, you're operating with a sense of vibrancy that can only come from Him. The ones who doubted you, dismissed you, or assumed you were finished, are starting to notice this shift. They thought the challenges you faced would wear you down, that life's trials would leave you defeated and broken. But here you are, thriving in ways that defy explanation. Your renewal is proof that God's plans for you are greater than any obstacle you faced. Comment renewed if you've experienced this divine rejuvenation in your life. But let's delve deeper into what this renewal really means. It's not just about feeling younger or having more energy. It's about stepping into the fullness of who God has called you to be. This renewal allows you to approach life with fresh eyes, a fresh heart, and a renewed sense of purpose. You're no longer weighed down by the burdens of the past. Instead, you're running toward your destiny with the strength and endurance of an eagle soaring through the sky. Think about the challenges you faced in the past. Maybe there were times when you felt completely drained, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You wondered how you'd ever recover, let alone thrive. But now, those same challenges feel like distant memories. What changed? God's renewal. He has taken what was meant to harm you and turned it into fuel for your growth. He has restored what was lost, giving you a double portion of strength and vitality in its place. This transformation can be seen in every area of your life. Perhaps you've noticed that you're more optimistic, more hopeful, and more willing to take on new opportunities. Maybe you're finding it easier to let go of toxic relationships or unhealthy habits that once held you back. These changes aren't random. They're a direct result of God's work in your life. He is renewing your spirit, giving you the resilience to overcome obstacles and the energy to pursue your divine purpose. This renewal also comes with a sense of joy that's impossible to ignore. You're no longer just surviving, you're thriving. You're waking up with a sense of anticipation, eager to see what God has in store for you each day. This joy isn't dependent on your circumstances. It's a reflection of the peace and contentment that come from walking in alignment with His will. And as you radiate this joy, others can't help but be drawn to you. Your energy is contagious, inspiring those around you to seek the same renewal in their own lives. But let's be honest, this renewal isn't always easy. Sometimes, it requires letting go of things that no longer serve you. It might mean releasing old mindsets, breaking free from toxic patterns, or stepping out of your comfort zone. This process can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. But it's a necessary part of the transformation. Just as a caterpillar must shed its cocoon to become a butterfly, you must let go of the old to embrace the new. This renewal also challenges you to trust God in a deeper way. It's easy to feel renewed when everything is going well. But what about when life gets hard? Can you trust that God's strength is sufficient even in your weakness? Can you lean into His promises, knowing that He will sustain you through every trial? This is where true renewal begins. When you place your faith in Him, regardless of your circumstances. Chosen ones, this renewal isn't just for your benefit. It's part of a larger plan. God is renewing you so that you can fulfill the purpose He has placed on your life. Your energy, your vitality, and your joy are tools He's using to impact the world around you. As you walk in this renewal, you become a living testimony of His power and grace. You inspire others to seek Him, to trust Him, and to experience the same transformation in their own lives. Imagine a garden in the springtime. After a long, harsh winter, the flowers begin to bloom, the trees start to bud, and the entire landscape comes alive with color and beauty. That's what's happening in your life right now. The seasons of struggle, weariness, and doubt are over. You're stepping into a season of growth, renewal, and abundance. And just like that garden, your transformation is visible to everyone around you. As we continue this journey, remember that this renewal is a gift from God. It's not something you earned or achieved on your own. It's a reflection of His love and grace. So embrace it, walk in it, let it remind you of who you are and whose you are. Comment renewed if this message resonates with your spirit. And stay tuned as we uncover the next powerful sign of God's transformative work in your life. Chosen ones, can you feel the transformation taking place within you? We've only scratched the surface of what God is doing in your life. There are 3 more signs that confirm this divine renewal, and I promise, the next one will leave you in awe. Before we move forward, make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on these powerful revelations. Let's dive deeper. Chosen ones, the 3rd sign of your divine transformation is a profound shift in your identity. You're no longer who you used to be. The doubts, insecurities, and fears that once defined you are falling away, and you're stepping into a version of yourself that is more confident, purposeful, and aligned with God's vision for your life. This isn't just self-improvement or personal growth. It's a complete spiritual transformation that touches every part of your being. In 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17, it says, "Therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. behold, all things are become new. This scripture is more than a promise. It's a declaration of what's happening in your life right now. When you accepted God's purpose for you, you stepped into a new reality where the chains of your past no longer hold you back. The old version of you, the one that was plagued by fear, doubt, or self-sabotage, is gone. In its place is someone bold, resilient, and unshakably aligned with God's will. Let's pause for a moment and think about how profound this shift truly is. Have you noticed how differently you view yourself these days? Things that used to bother you or make you feel small no longer have the same power. Situations that once triggered you now feel like opportunities for growth. And wild day. Those who underestimated you, belittled you, or tried to box you into a lesser version of yourself may not understand this shift. It's undeniable. They may even try to pull you back into your old self because your transformation makes them uncomfortable. But here's the truth. You've outgrown that version of yourself, and there's no going back. This shift in identity is both liberating and challenging. It's liberating because you're finally seeing yourself as God sees you, worthy, loved, and filled with purpose. But it's challenging because not everyone around you will celebrate this transformation. Some people have become comfortable with the old you, the one that played small to make others feel big, the one that doubted themselves because it made others more comfortable. When you break out of that mold, it disrupts their narrative. They may question your change or even resist it. But don't let their discomfort derail your progress. Think about the metaphor of a butterfly. For most of its life, the caterpillar crawls on the ground, limited by its current form. But when it undergoes transformation, it emerges as something completely new, a butterfly, capable of soaring to heights it never imagined. The caterpillar's old identity no longer serves its new reality. It can't crawl back into its cocoon or revert to its previous state. That's what's happening to you. You've been transformed, and now you're stepping into your purpose with wings. This transformation often begins subtly. Maybe you've started noticing that your priorities are changing. Things that used to matter so much to you, whether it's the approval of others, material success, or maintaining superficial relationships, no longer carry the same weight. Instead, you're focusing on things that truly align with your values and purpose. You're finding joy in simplicity, strength in your faith, and confidence in knowing that God is guiding your steps. One of the most beautiful aspects of the shift is how it aligns you with a deeper sense of purpose. You're no longer chasing after what the world says you should want. You're pursuing what God has placed in your heart. This clarity allows you to move with confidence, knowing that you're walking the path He has set for you. And while the road may not always be easy, you can rest in the assurance that every step is part of His divine plan. Let's talk about the challenges of this transformation. As you step into your new identity, there will be moments of resistance, not just from others, but from within yourself. Change, even positive change, can feel uncomfortable. You might find yourself second-guessing this new version of you, wondering if it's too bold, too confident, or too different from who you used to be. But remember, this isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. It's about shedding the layers of fear, doubt, and insecurity that were never part of God's plan for you. They might say you've changed, as if it's a bad thing. And you know what? They're right, you have changed. You're no longer shrinking yourself to fit into places or relationships that don't align with your purpose. You're no longer seeking validation from people who don't see your worth. And that's a good thing. Comment new if you felt this shift in how you view yourself and your purpose. This profound shift in identity also brings new opportunities. When you step into your God-given identity, doors start to open that were once closed. People who align with your purpose are drawn to you, while those who were never meant to be part of your journey begin to fade away. This isn't rejection, it's redirection. God is aligning every aspect of your life with His divine plan, and that includes your relationships, your career, and even your mindset. Let's bring this back to the bigger picture. Your transformation is about more than just you. It's about what God wants to do through you. As you step into your new identity, you become a vessel for His work. Your confidence, your resilience, and your purpose inspire others to seek the same transformation in their own lives. You're not just walking in your calling. You're paving the way for others to do the same. Chosen ones. This shift in identity is a gift, but it's also a responsibility. God has entrusted you with a new level of clarity, purpose, and strength, and it's up to you to steward it well. This doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out or be perfect. It simply means you're committed to walking in alignment with His will, trusting Him to guide you every step of the way. Chosen ones. The fourth sign of your divine transformation is that it inspires and astonishes those around you. People are noticing the changes in your demeanor, energy, and even your appearance. You've stepped into a new version of yourself, and it's impossible to hide. Your light shines brighter, your joy feels contagious, and your energy draws people in, whether they admit it or not. Your transformation has become a source of curiosity, inspiration, or for some, even jealousy. They, the ones who once doubted you, who dismissed you or belittled your dreams, are now watching closely. They may not say it out loud, but they can see the undeniable work God is doing in your life. Your transformation is a living testimony of His power and grace, and it's creating a ripple effect that's impacting everyone around you. Comment, inspire. If you've noticed how your transformation is touching others in ways you never expected, let's reflect on why this transformation is so noticeable. You've gone through a season of pruning, a season of struggle, and a season of renewal. Every step of that journey has refined you, like gold purified in fire. And now, as you emerge from that process, your life is a reflection of God's glory. In Matthew 5, verse 16, Jesus says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." Your transformation is not just about you. It's a beacon pointing back to Him. Imagine a time when you were at your lowest point, when it felt like everything in your life was falling apart. Perhaps you were filled with doubt, weighed down by fear, or struggling to see your worth. Now, fast forward to today. The person you've become is someone you may not have even recognized back then. You've grown in confidence, strength, and purpose. And the beauty of this transformation is that it's not just internal. It's radiating outward for the world to see. For some people, your transformation sparks admiration. They see the joy you carry, the peace you walk in, and the resilience you embody, and they want to know how you've done it. These are the people who are drawn to you because they sense that you've found something greater, something they may be searching for themselves. Your life becomes an invitation, an open door for them to seek the same transformation through God. But let's be honest, not everyone will celebrate your growth. For some, your transformation sparks jealousy or even hostility. They may not understand the process you've been through or the sacrifices you've made to get here. They may see your confidence as arrogance or your joy as an insult to their struggles. But don't let their reactions discourage you. Remember, your transformation isn't about pleasing others. It's about walking in alignment with God's purpose for your life. Think about the story of Joseph in the Bible. His brothers were jealous of his favor and his dreams, so they tried to sabotage him. But God used every challenge Joseph faced to prepare him for his ultimate purpose. By the time Joseph was elevated to a position of power, those same brothers had to come to him for help. Your transformation might follow a similar path. They who doubted you or tried to hold you back may one day come to you, not out of malice, but because they see the light in you and realize they need it. The impact of your transformation isn't just limited to those who know you personally. Even strangers can sense it. Maybe you've noticed how people treat you differently lately. Perhaps they're kinder, more attentive, or more willing to open up to you. That's because your energy has shifted. The presence of God in your life has created an atmosphere around you that people can't help but notice. You're walking in the kind of peace, confidence, and joy that leaves a mark wherever you go. But this transformation also comes with responsibility. You've been given this light not just to shine for yourself, but to guide others. In your words, your actions, and even your presence, you have the power to inspire people to seek God's transformative work in their own lives. This doesn't mean you have to have all the answers or live a perfect life. It simply means being authentic, walking in your purpose, and letting God's light shine through you. One of the most beautiful aspects of this transformation is the ripple effect it creates. When you let your light shine, it gives others permission to do the same. Your courage to step into your divine identity inspires others to step into theirs. Your joy becomes contagious. Your strength becomes a source of hope. And your story becomes a testimony that God's power is real and available to everyone who seeks it. This ripple effect often leads to unexpected opportunities. Maybe someone has reached out to you recently for advice or encouragement. Perhaps you've found yourself in conversations where your story has touched someone's heart in a way you didn't anticipate. These moments are not accidents. They're divine appointments. God is using your transformation to impact lives in ways you may never fully understand. But let's address the challenges that come with this. When your transformation inspires others, it also makes you a target for those who feel threatened by your growth. They may gossip about you, question your intentions, or even try to pull you back into old patterns. But here's the truth. Their resistance is proof of your progress. If your light weren't shining so brightly, it wouldn't be drawing so much attention. Chosen ones, your transformation is not just about personal growth. It's about fulfilling your divine purpose. Every change in your demeanor, energy, and appearance is a reflection of God's glory, and it's creating waves that will ripple far beyond what you can see. So embrace this season of transformation. Let your light shine unapologetically, and trust that God is using you to inspire and uplift others in ways that will echo for generations. Comment "Inspire" if this message resonates with you and you've noticed how your transformation is impacting those around you. Chosen ones, there's one final sign that confirms God's gift of eternal renewal in your life, and it's the most profound one of all. It's a process that may feel difficult at first, but is essential for your journey. Stay tuned, because this final sign will bring everything together. Chosen ones, the final sign of your divine transformation is resistance and divine pruning. As you step into the fullness of your new identity, you will notice that certain habits, relationships, and mindsets begin to fall away. At first, this process can feel confusing, even painful. You may wonder why things that once seemed essential to your life are now slipping through your fingers. But this is not a loss, it's preparation. God is pruning you, removing what no longer serves your divine purpose to make room for the extraordinary blessings that are on the way. In John 15, verse 2, Jesus says, "Every branch in me that beareth not fruit he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit." This scripture reminds us that pruning is an act of love. It's not about punishment, it's about refinement. God sees the potential within you, the fruit you are destined to bear, and he is clearing away everything that might hinder your growth. The process may not always feel comfortable, but it is absolutely necessary for you to flourish. Let's break this down. Have you noticed that certain people in your life are starting to distance themselves? Maybe it's friends who no longer reach out, relationships that feel strained, or social circles where you suddenly feel out of place. This isn't a coincidence. These shifts are part of God's divine pruning process. They, the ones who doubted you, underestimated you, or tried to keep you stuck in your old ways, may feel threatened by the person you are becoming. They see your growth, your glow, your transformation, and it forces them to confront their own stagnation. Rather than celebrating your progress, they retreat, criticize, or cling to the past version of you they were more comfortable with. But here's the truth. Their departure is a blessing in disguise. Not everyone is meant to come with you into this new chapter of your life. Some people were only there for a season, to teach you a lesson, to challenge you, or even to act as a mirror for your own growth. As God prunes these connections, he is making space for relationships that align with your purpose, people who will support, uplift, and walk with you in this new season. Comment "pruned" if you've experienced this process of letting go and moving forward. But here's the question. Will you trust God's pruning process, even when it feels uncomfortable? Comment prune if you're ready to embrace this necessary step in your journey. And don't miss the next video linked in the description below. Chosen ones, this divine transformation is God's gift to you, a renewal of youth, vitality, and purpose that will carry you into the life He has prepared for you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment Forever Young. Stay tuned for more prophetic words, spiritual dives, and empowering messages to guide your journey. You are forever young by God's gift. Shine bright